I got a chance to sit down with Michael Raziel, author and podcast host. He hosts a podcast called For the Love of Sports, which is featured on YouTube and multiple media platforms, and is also the affiliating marketing coordinator for Caesars Digital. I wanted to get his input on the recent influence on sports gambling and what has made it such a hot commodity. I also wanted to get his topic on the trajectory of sports gambling, and this is what he had to say.
Years, do you see it skyrocket? Do you see it kind of steadily incline? Where do you see it?
I lean more towards the skyrocket portion. So one reason why I wanted to get into the industry very badly was because the New Jersey passport was repealed May of 2018. New Jersey was one of the first states to implement legalized sports betting, especially through mobile, which allowed pretty much anybody in the country or anybody in the state to sign in. You're 21 plus, you have legal identification, like you're good to go pretty much. So once that happened, it was slow in the beginning. It was definitely there, but it was slower. Then with COVID hitting, everybody got stuck inside. So first things to notice, everyone was stuck inside. They needed a lot of shit to do. Once basketball and NBA came back during the, July, I want to say, of 2020, it allowed people to say, hey, I got nothing to do. Like I can, we're already over, Zoom happy hours, right? That was the first month. And we're all like, we don't need to do this anymore. We're good. So many people got involved in sports betting and the opportunities with it. And then on top of that, the amount of taxes that New Jersey was able to rake in just from legalized sports betting, these other states saw, hey, we all just lost our ass because the entire world's pretty much been shut down for the last 6 months. What's an easy thing we can do to recoup some tax money, right? So it's essentially one of those things where it's not the most difficult thing to implement. Of course, politicians suck and they make it harder than it needs to be. But we're seeing states pretty much implement it and get it up and running within 6 months in a good fashion, right? So the amount of taxes that can come from something like this is extreme. And because so many states lost so much money to tax revenue, this was something easy that they could point to and say, well, New Jersey's made $450 million in taxes since they implemented legalized sports betting. I don't remember when that number was exactly from, but if we can do something even, $45 million in taxes, $100 million in taxes, that's a significant amount of money for a state, right? So it's one of those things where they saw something like that and they pretty much, many of them just started jumping at it.